If you want to keep track of your SEO efforts online, one of the best things you can do is grab yourself a rank tracker. In this video, we're going to take a look at some of the cheapest, the best, and the easiest ones out there. Let's go! Let's talk about the importance of rank tracking. If you're doing a lot of SEO, juicy SEO, trying to get some links, try out some keywords, see how you're doing, trying to track how your competition is doing potentially as well, then one of the best tools you can use to do that is a rank tracker. Now, if you have a big SEO tool already, such as HateRefs or SEMrush, then these include a rank tracker in their tool set. But if you're just starting out, or you're a small company, a small blog, and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I want to show you a few options for figuring out how you're doing for certain keywords, how you're ranking, and tracking those rankings. If you want to spend a little bit of money or no money, there's a couple of options out there for you. So, number one, SERPs.com is a tool where you can just plug in and check out how you're doing on a keyword right now. You can't track it, you can't do anything else. This is a free tool. It's just meant for figuring out how your rankings are doing. Of course, you can go into Google and try yourself, but it's more complicated than that, because if you're logged into Gmail or you're in a specific location, it can skew your results. So it's really good to use one of these tools because they go outside of all of those factors and make it a clean test so that you get some of the best results and you know more or less how your rankings are doing. Nothing is perfect. These results aren't perfect, but they're a good indication of how you're ranking on Google. So how does SERPs.com work? Basically, you type into the keyword slot the keyword phrase that you're trying to track for, and then you type in your website URL here, your homepage URL. And I've already done that here for neilpatel.com, and then it gives us the results in quite small font down the bottom here, and I've typed in SEO tips, and then it shows which page of his is ranking for that, and the position that is ranking is number 7. Of course, he's ranking in the top 10 for most marketing keywords, so that's why I wanted to test his website. So this is pretty good, and I believe if you log in and create an account with these guys, you can probably track this stuff continuously, but it's pretty expensive. It's $99 a month. Just for rank tracking, I believe. Maybe they have some other tools. Let's have a quick look. I haven't explored this keyword checker, keyword database. So they have some other stuff, but for 99 bucks a month, I would get a HateRefs, which I'll show you at the end. But this is a good free option for just checking the rankings right now. So it's serps.com/tools/rank-checker. I'll put the link below the video if you want to check it out, if you want to check some of your rankings right now, and you can give that a go. But as I said, it's not a tracker as such, it's more of a checker, a now checker. So it's not that great, it's just an instantaneous gratification kind of thing. So one of the other more interesting ones where you can track, I believe it's up to 10 words for free, is Microsite Masters.com. You have to sign up, you have to create a project, you have to input your URL, your homepage, and then the keywords that you want to track. And then you end up with a project like this. Pretty complicated looking, but actually let's ignore what's on the bottom here. The top tells you how you're doing. This is how most rank trackers work. They'll show you in general if you're progressing or regressing. I believe that's the opposite of progressing. Maybe you can comment and tell me, is that the opposite of progressing? Anyway, not important. So it tells you on a monthly basis how you're doing, if you're moving into the top 10, the top 5, number 1, top 100, that kind of thing. The general movements of your website in terms of the keywords that you're tracking, so how you're doing. And then specifically in the table below, you can see all of the keywords, the approximate volumes and positions, and whether you're moving up or down. They also look at Bing and Yahoo, which a lot of these tools do, and then you can add extra keywords down the bottom. So this is a pretty good start if you just want to track up to 10 keywords. So sign up for this. It's micrositemasters.com, and then create your website or your competitor's website if you want to track them, and you can create projects. I think if I go into manage projects, you actually have, we'll go back to the top here. You have an overview of the projects you have running. So as I said, you can have your own and your competitors. You can add a new project, add their URL, add their keywords, and see how they're doing as well. So this is a really cool tool, and of course you can create an account and upgrade. What is that going to cost us? It's $19.95 a month for 150 keywords, which is actually not bad, because the other tool I'm going to show you in a minute, which I use and have been using for a number of years, is SERPbook, and they charge me just under 10 a month for 50 keywords. So if you want more than 50 keywords, this is quite a good deal. Not sure how accurate it is. None of them are 100% accurate, so that's an issue, but they're a good indication. And this is not a bad option. Micrositemasters.com, link below the video if you want to quickly just click on that. So the next one, which only has paid accounts now, they used to have a free trial, but I don't believe they have that anymore, is SERPbook.com. And again, it does pretty similar things. It gives you the overall changes in your rankings and whether you're improving or not, and you can also get charts. I'm going to refresh this and see. I've just added these because I'm not going to show you all my rankings and give away all my secrets, but they show you how things are going. You can also do charts, and then you get a chart of how you're doing over time since you've tracked this keyword. They obviously can't show you before that, so you have to start tracking as soon as possible, and then in time you can see how you're doing. And I recommend you look at this, especially for new keywords that you're targeting, because it can take sometimes 1 to 2 months to rank. I've had pages that have suddenly started ranking 2 or 3 months after I've created the content. Excuse me. So SERPbook, good option, especially if you want to track up to 50 keywords. It's only, I think it's about $9 a month. The last one that I wanted to show you, which is a lot more powerful and a lot more insane in the capabilities, and it's integrated into the full system, is HateRefs, or HateRefs as a lot of people like to call it, is a tool that does everything from links to keywords to content comparisons to site exploration and auditing, alerts, all of this full SEO toolkit that you're going to need to get to the top of Google. These guys can do. So what you do actually is you come in with your website and you type in your URL once you've created the project for that particular website, and it actually makes suggestions of the keywords that you're ranking for. So it lists them out, and then you can add them to the list. So it already pretty much knows what you're ranking for. You can add other ones, but it shows you the ones you're already ranking for. You can add them to a list. You have to pick a location to track, whether it's the US or England or Australia or whatever that might be. And then it gives you this overview, just like the other tools, a little bit different, to show you how you're doing. You can jump in and have a look at more detailed stuff like how difficult it is and the chart that's going on for this, which again isn't showing right now because I haven't been tracking this for very long, 10 minutes actually, to be honest. You can have a look what the top 10 looks like. You can jump in and see all the other stuff that's going on here. It shows you that there are ads and site links coming up for this. So these guys give you a ton of data about this stuff, and you can move all around the tool to see how you're doing. You can enter their keyword analyzer to see all the information about relevant keywords, related keywords, and then you can go and look at competitors and steal their keywords or borrow their keywords. There's a ton of stuff you can do in here. And it is expensive as a result. It is $99 a month for the minimum package, which is the one that I have. And if you want to go even further, it gets a lot more expensive, but this is one of the best tools on the market. So if you're thinking about a tool for backlink checking, exploring your competition, finding keywords, all of this stuff, then I recommend you take a look at this because it's a pretty good option. The last one that I want to look at, I actually forgot to mention, is actually KW Finder. They now have a rank tracker included called SERP Checker, and you can sign up for that as well. These guys have a Black Friday deal coming up. This is one of the best tools that I use. It's probably second only to HateRefs in terms of the one I use. I mean, if you want to compare HateRefs, SEMrush is probably the closest competitor, but if you're just doing keyword analysis and wanting to check the top 10 and track your rankings, then this is one of the best tools for that. Actually, it's this tool here. This is their new rank tracker. You can have a look at the demonstration and you can see how the rankings are being tracked for specific keywords, for desktop, for mobile, and you can see all the different keywords that these guys are ranking for, the changes, etc. So this is a really good option if you're specifically focused on keywords and you're doing a lot of keyword research. This is my go-to tool. Let me just see if we can find the pricing for this. So let's move backwards and take a look. So if you pay the $200 a year, it's gone up since I used it, then you get all of the access to all of these tools for $239 a year, and they've got 20% coming up on Black Friday, so you would get approximately 40 to 50 bucks off this, so it would be high 100s for a year, which is pretty cheap. On a monthly basis, that's only about 15 a month or something like that. So that's pretty cheap if you're considering one of the top keyword research tools out there, and then you get a rank tracker of up to 200 keywords. So that's a really good deal. Of course, you can pay more and get the yearly for the premium if you want to track more keywords, but usually with a limitation of 100 keywords look up a day and tracked 200 keywords, this is a pretty good option. So there you go. If you just want to test things out, you can go to serps.com. If you want to get a tool for just 10 keywords, try microsite-masters.com. If you're just tracking keywords and 50 is your limit, SERPbook is one of the best tools that you can use. And if you want to get a bit more serious, try KW Finder or HateRefs or even SEMrush if that's the way you want to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is pretty much some of the best tools out there for tracking your rankings on Google, which is a great way to see how you're doing and increasing your traffic on your website, which we all love, right? If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up to help encourage me to create more awesome videos like this, and don't forget to check out some of the other great content that I've created up here in the top right. And if you love this stuff and you want to see more SEO videos or more WordPress related content, you can subscribe down here in the bottom right, appearing now. And I'll see you guys in the next video.